news in the Augusta community, gone but not forgotten. We're hearing from first responders on the loss of two of their brothers.
And that's where we begin tonight. Two major losses in our first responder community. A Lincoln County firefighter and paramedic died this past weekend. Just a day later, an Augusta firefighter passed away on Friday.
Our Celeste Springer spoke to first responders about the two devastating losses to their tight-knit community.
David Nicholson passed away in a motorcycle crash in Lincoln County Thursday. The first responders on the scene, the ones who worked with him. The following day, Lieutenant Wrdw Jenkins drowned at Clarks Hill Lake. And in a community so used to seeing loss on a day-to-day basis, those who knew him say this cuts so much deeper.
You can't replace a dude like that.
17 years with the department.
Two different communities trying to come to terms with the loss of their fellow first responders, a firefighter and a firefighter paramedic. David Nicholson died in a crash Thursday, and his co-workers responded to the call.
He's one of those guys where you can walk into any situation with little to no information and get on scene and rock and roll.
Friends say he was always good for a laugh, but there was not a situation he could not handle.
David didn't seem intimidated when he got on scene.
He was exactly the guy, coworkers say, you wanted riding beside you, and there isn't a partner around who could take his place.
It's hard to replace good paramedics. It's hard to replace good humans.
Just a day later, another loss. Lieutenant Wrdw Jenkins drowned at Clarks Hill.
He has touched every single person at this department somehow, some way. He helped some of the people that were just, you thought would never make it in this career, and their life was, he's made it.
An incredible mentor, coworkers say.
Wrdw Jenkins, that was my father. Everybody knows that me and Ralph, that's a father-son relationship. He took me up under his wings, rose me up since I was 18 years old.
Lieutenant Jenkins, an avid boater and fantastic swimmer. David Nicholson, a guy who loved to go for a ride.
It's tragic, but he went out doing something he loved.
Both called brother, not coworker, and both leaving big shoes to fill. Celeste Springer, on your side. And despite leaving behind big legacies, the first responders we've talked to say they learned a lot from the two men, and those lessons, well, they'll be there to stay.
You can just tell, hearing from all their friends, their family, how much these two men meant to a lot of people.
It is a bond. It is a family, and I know those first responders are really feeling the loss tonight. Let's check over now with the weather. First alert, Chief Meteorologist Riley Hale. And Riley, this is the first break we've had for the thanks very much. New at 11, the violence across the two-state continues tonight. A drive-by shooting on Aiken's north side, sending two men to the hospital. Deputies say they found the two on Hampton Avenue, not far from the Hampton Avenue Church of Christ, with gunshot wounds. It happened just before 7 tonight.
Officials say the men were shot in the lower body. Witnesses say a green-colored Cadillac Escalade with dark tints stopped near the crime scene, firing shots before driving away. Since Friday, there have been 4 different shootings, 3 of those deadly. If you have any information about tonight's drive-by, call the Sheriff's Office at 803-648-6811. Heartbreak in Southern California tonight. A manhunt underway for the shooter who killed a 6-year-old boy during a road rage incident near Anaheim.
The boy's family tonight asking for the public's help, offering a $50,000 reward for information leading to the killer's arrest. Jonathan Bigliotti has that story for us.
Day 4 of an intense manhunt and still no arrests in the senseless killing of 6-year-old Aiden Leos.
They took my son's life away. He was beautiful and he was kind and he was precious. And you killed him for no reason.
Aiden's mother, Joanna Clunan, says she was driving her son to kindergarten Friday morning along this Southern California freeway when a white sedan, possibly a Volkswagen, cut her off. She says she proceeded into the exit lane, and that's when someone in the sedan shot at her car. The bullet went through the trunk and hit Aiden in the stomach while he sat in his booster in the back seat.
He said, "Mommy, my tummy hurts." So she went and she picked him up. And he was bleeding on her. She had blood on her clothes. And then he started turning blue. And that was the last time that my mom saw him alive.
Aiden's mom says a female driver and a male passenger were involved in this deadly case of road rage.
I want to find them and I want there to be justice to be served for my son.
Police say they're tracking down several leads. Aiden had just turned 6, and there are several birthday balloons here at his memorial.
As the mother said, just for no reason whatsoever.
The ends of the earth, I would go to find that person. I know that mom is thinking the same thing, and there's been no word on any suspects nor arrests, but a relative says the boy's mom is overwhelmed at the outpouring of love and support she's really gotten from people all over the world.
I know all of LA is pulling together on this, and hopefully they'll be able to find the gunman and whoever was in the car
Heartbreaking, just
with
not
them.
worth it. I mean, it's crazy. Here at home, Augusta could have a new fire chief